balita at pangyayari sa ating bayan. Ipaalam sa taong bayan ang katotohanan at ipaliwanag ang mga hakbang na ginagawa ng pamahalaan upang manatiling payapa at maiangat ang pamumuhay ng bawat Pilipino. Mula sa Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, ito ang Talk to the People.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, Mr. Mayor President, and belated happy birthday sa aming mahal na Pangulo. Yun, so, emphasis on mahal. Anyway, ano po, seryoso tayo dyan at birthday naman. So, good evening also sa Senator Bongo, mga kasama sa kabinete, fellow workers in government. Bago po yung ating report, mabilis lang to, Mr. President. Bago yung ating report, nais ko lang pasalamatan yung FDA, DOH, Department of Justice, at yung IATF sa pagpayag na maibenta ang mga EUA-approved na antiviral drugs sa mga accredited pharmacies. As we requested, tulad po nung molnupiravir na nireport kanina, para maiwasan na yung black market. Alisunod dito, Mr. President, sa inyong direksyon noon, dahil ayaw nyo magkaroon ng black market, kaya ho talaga tinrabaho ito ng IATF na payagan na ito maging available sa mga pharmacies at hindi sa limitadong lugar lamang. Sa ganoon, mas accessible sa taong bayan. Pangalawa po, isa pang magandang balita, yung IATF Resolution 165 na issue last Thursday, Malaking bagay ho yan sa pagpasok ng mga foreign investors mula sa bansa na kailangan ng visa sa pagpasok sa Pilipinas tulad ng India, China. Ibig sabihin, hindi na kailangan ng mga travel ban exemption tulad doon na kailangan ngayon. Starting April 1, hindi na ho kailangan yung pagkuha ng travel ban exemption. Kukuha lang sila ng visa at basta vaccinated po sila. So maganda ho ito sa pagpasok ng foreign investment para sa marami pang trabaho sa ating bayan. So Mr. President, I just have a 3 to 4 minute update on the DTI programs regarding also sa Taal volcano eruption as requested by the Office of the President. At mag-update na rin ako, mabilis lang, sa livelihood seeding programs that's now being done by DTI upang maibigay sa taong bayan yung ayudang pangkabuhayan patungo sa kanilang mas masaganang kinabukasan sa kabila ng pandemya at upang sana ay maabot rin ang kanilang mga pangarap sa buhay. So patungkol po muna tayo dito sa Taal sa presyo at supply ng bilihin sa Batangas area. Salamat sa Diyos muna at hindi po naging malala ang pagsabot ng Taal as reported. Ang mga presyo at yung mga SRP, suggested retail price, at yung supply ay nananatiling stable sa mga affected areas ng Mataas na Kahoy, Alitagtag, Santa Teresita, Lemery, Malvar, Tanawan, Lipa City at Santa Tomas. Ang supply po ng basic necessities, prime commodities, SRP ay stable din. By the way, may charts po ako. Sana pinapakita rin ng ating secretariat itong charts natin sa SRP, no? Tapos patuloy po ang pag-monitor ng price at supply sa Taal, Agoncillo, Laurel, Balete at iba pang high-risk cities and municipalities. So doon na tayo sa susunod po yan. Marami rin pong supply ng basic necessities sa merkado. Ito po yung chart na to. Example, yung canned sardines, yung mga sardinas, 18 to 50 days ang inventory sa manufacturer pa lang. At pagdating sa mga tindahan, retailers, 59 to 65 days. So maraming stocks, no? Ito yung days inventory. Sa pagdating sa mga canned meat, 14 to 56 days ang range ng inventaryo sa manufacturer sa mga planta. At dun sa mga grocery supermarket, meron pang mga more than 2 months, 62 to 72 days. Pagdating sa gatas, 25 to 52 days inventory sa planta ng manufacturers at sa retailer, 23 to 41 days. Instant noodle, 12 to 14 days sa manufacturer at sa retailer, 28 to 32 days. Yung harina naman po, meron tayong 90 days inventory, so 3 buwan. Pagdating sa medical devices din po, next chart, sagana ang supply at stable yung prices. Dala na rin ang pagbaba ng kaso ng COVID. Next chart please. So nandyan po yung presyo, yung N88 face mask, yung regular face mask, nagre-range sa 160 to 267 na lang ngayon per piece. Ang N95 mask, malawak ko, 10 pesos to 89 pesos per piece ang range ng presyo. The oxygen tanks, 15 pounds, 2,700 to 5,500 pesos per tanke. Next chart. Pagdating naman ito sa assistance sa affected MSMEs, yan po sa Batangas area, total number of kits for distribution sa pangkabuhayan at pagbangon at ginawa, PPG in Batangas is 1,228 livelihood kits. Sa DTI Batangas, we are continuing to validate and profile more beneficiaries. We applied po for exemption sa COMELEC Fund. Attenda ko kami ng hearing para ito yung mapagpatuloy yung pagbibigay ng distribution ng livelihood kits. Dahil nagta-target tayo ng mga 300 to 400 livelihood kits distribution per province per month, lalo na dito sa April, May, June, sa mga huling buwan po natin. Our office will undertake the necessary reallocation itong livelihood kits to affected livelihoods surrounding the volcano. Next chart. Ito po mga susunod na chart, mabilis na to, show and tell na ito ng mga livelihood kits distribution na ginagawa po natin sa pangkasalukuyan. Dito sa NCR muna, 2,800 kits in 2021 hanggang ngayong end March 2022. Ito na ang na-distribute natin. Region 1, 1,000, next chart. Region 1, 1,400 kits in 2022, January to March pa lang yan. Region 3, considering yung last year, 11,481 livelihood kits for 2021. Region 4A, 536 livelihood kits. Ongoing pa yung mga bidding for procurement. Region 5, 465 kits. Region 6, 1,800. Meron no for distribution tomorrow. Sa Cebu, mataas po. Mabilis po sila. 8,156. January to March pa lang of this year. Inapura ho yan dahil dito sa Typhoon Odette, yung mga biktima. Yan ho sa Cebu. Na mabilis natin na ipakalat yung 8,000 livelihood kits. Nandoon lang po kami sa Bohol last week sa mga Typhoon Odette affected areas sa Loay, Lubok, Sevilla, balik sa chart ko, sa Talibon, Trinidad, Bien Unido, and we distributed 455 kits that day. Pati sa Region 8, kung susunod na chart, 1,162 kits itong first 3 months. At last year, 4,640. Nandun din kami sa Region 8 sa Southern Leyte last week. Nag-distribute kami ng 412 kits sa mga towns like St. Bernard, San Juan, Sasogod, Anahawan, Inunduyan, Liloan, Lipagon, to name a few towns in Leyte. Yung sa Hudan yung bayan ni Sec Oging. Sa Region 9 na Zamboanga area, nakapag-distribute din tayo ng 2,277 last year at ngayong January to March, 156 pa lang. So ano po, nagpo-profile pa tayo. Region 10, 1,767 last year ang nag-distribute. And itong first 3 months, 171 kits distributed. Sa Region 11, next chart, 2,327 livelihood kits mula last year hanggang first 3 months of 2022. Sa Caraga, 488 kits distributed so far itong taon na to, plus yung after Typhoon Odette, nakapag-distribute tayo 1,748 last year, kasama na yung mga biktima dito ng Typhoon Odette. So, grand total, next chart, for 2021, 57,487 livelihood kits last year ang napamigay. Pero itong taon na to, next chart, bigger target po tayo dahil nadagdagan po ninyo yung budget para sa maliliit na kabuhayan with your help, Mr. President, and si Senator Bongo, NPS. Now, we are targeting 105,394 livelihood kits. And itong for the succeeding months of April, May, June, we are targeting to distribute around 600 million pesos worth of livelihood support. Kaya importante yung makakuha tayo ng COMELEC exemption. Para importante yung ngayong kailangan ng tao yung kabuhayan, lalo na galing sa pandemya. Kaya kailangan po mapagpatuloy natin ito. Anyway, hindi naman po kayo tumatakbo, pati si Senator Bongo. So gusto natin talagang maibaba itong tulong na ito, mga pangkabuhayan. So ang target po natin, 1,500 beneficiaries per region per month of April, May, June. Bawat month yun. Or 300 to 400 livelihood kits per province per month. So upcoming distribution ho, March 31 sa Webes, meron po tayong distribution sa province of Cebu with you, Mayor. At saka the day after, April 1, kasama rin po namin kayo sa province of Laguna. At patuloy natin gagawin ito April, May at June hanggang sa pagtapos ng inyong termino. So todo bigay na po tayo. So dito po natatapos ang BPI update. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat.
Salamat, Secretary Lopez.
Konting report lang, Mr. President. In line with the report of Secretary Anyo, Mr. President, there are 1,006 families involving 3,649 persons affected doon sa pag-alboroto ni Taal Volcano. So, dahil dito, Mr. President, ang immediate response ng DOLE ay yung bibigyan sila ng trabaho for 10 days and then give them a salary based on a minimum wage on that region. A minimum wage sa region 4 is 400 a day. So they will work for 10 days. We will give them 4,000 for 10 days work. Yun po ang aming may bibigay agad. Ngayon, hopefully, tama yung estimate ni Sekretarya nyo na hindi na dadami pa. Pero we are prepared just in case dadami pa ang mga affected dito sa pag-alburuto ni Taal. We are prepared, and I've instructed our finance officer to make ready and available 50 to 100 million to sakaling kailangan tulungan yung ating mga kababayan dyan sa lalong-lalo na sa municipality sa Paconsillo, Laurel, San Luis, Taal, Calaca, Carlatagan, and Lemery, Mr. President. So, yun po. Pero alam naman natin, Mr. President, na itong ayuda na ito, temporary lang. So, more important, Mr. President, we are also prepared to provide all those affected ng livelihood assistance, which is more or less mas mahaba ang generation sa ating mga kababayan. Yun lamang po, Mr. President, ang may report po sa ginawa ng DOLE sa affected areas ng Taal volcano eruption. Thank you, Mr. President.
You know, one of the most responsive agencies of government, yung itong departamento mo ba?
Thank you, Mr.
Totoo. I'm sure that itong mga the labor front should also, baski na paano, credit you with one of the most extensive tulong sa tao. Just like the different departments. Pero mas pinakaano yung iyo. Kasi trabaho for the common Filipino. But by the way, hindi ito biro, but itong ulitin ko, itong kabag, kabataan, anak, pawis, bayan mo na alyansa concerned teacher sa Gabriela. I agree with the what they have sinabi about this organization coming in from sa likod, sneak up ng Congress. It's because itong ang ano ko nito ay yung Cory Commission was intended to give the Filipinos a relief of everything, sa gutom, sa trabaho. So that was what was intended. Pero itong ang imbento nito, ito yung mga yung komisyon na yon, kung ano pa ang ginawa, itong party list. Tapos itong kabag, halata naman talaga noon pa, tagal ng panahon, mayor pa ako, alam ko na hindi lang leaning left talaga ito. I'd like to call on itong kasi yung one of the most affected na is education. I'd like to call on Secretary Briones para yung ang mga bata ngayon paano ito they have to be protected, and there's the atmosphere is clouded with itong mga harmful elements. Hindi talaga papasukin yan. Matipag ipalayo. I'd like to know the stand of the Education Department. Ma'am?
Good evening, Mr. President, and belated happy birthday.
Salamat.
I will comply with the advice of the Secretariat. Hindi ko na i-present yung PowerPoint presentation. I-recite ko na lang para mas mabilis. Kasi alam naman ninyo kung anong nangyayari sa education. Una, dahil dumanas na tayo ng Taal and other eruptions during the past 2 years, yung mga lessons na nakuha natin doon, ina-apply natin ngayon. So, it is not coming to us as a surprise na parang hindi namin alam kung anong gagawin namin dahil may experience na tayo in 2020 and 2021. Pangalawa, tama yung paningin ninyo na ating babantayan ang ating mga learners na magiging safe sila. Kaya binabantayan din natin yung permanent danger zones kasi there are places na which are considered danger zones na talagang may face-to-face o may eskwelahan o wala. Talagang hindi na yan pwede na magkaroon tayo ng klase doon at activities ng mga bata. So, binabantayan yan. Pangatlo, ang policy kasi natin originally, Mr. President, dinidiscourage natin na ginagamit ang ating mga schools na evacuation centers kasi na-expose yung mga bata and na-discuss na natin yan sa cabinet. But in the case of Taal and other major disasters, pumapayag tayo under your advice. So, mayroon din tayong mga schools ngayon na ginagawa na evacuation centers dito sa mga bayan, halimbawa ng Agoncillo, yung exactly the very barrios, the very municipalities which were identified by DILG and DOH are also off limits and talagang sinususpend natin ang classes doon. At ayaw na, pumayag tayo na gawing evacuation centers dahil sa dami noon in 2020, ilang libo yon na mga evacuees na nangangailangan ng shelter. So, pumayag tayo. Ngayon, mayroon na tayong mga schools na ginagamit na evacuation centers. Sinabi ko na kanina, Mr. President, yung suspension ng classes, nag-umpisa tayo last September ng pag-open ng classes. Pero yung dito sa Batangas, yung mga schools na na-identified as permanent danger zones, yung na-identify na they're already compromised, they could be compromised at mag-escalate ang ating pagputok ng volcano, nagsuspend tayo ng classes, Mr. President, and this would be a number of schools. Mga 19 ka schools, nagsuspend na tayo ng classes dahil ang primary natin ay the protection of the children. And then isa din, Mr. President, per your instructions noon about face-to-face, we work very closely with the Department of Health and the DILG as well. So, binibigyan din tayo, nag-share ang Department of Health sa atin ng mga health kits na para magagamit kung sakaling pangangailangan ng kakailanganin ng mga bata at mga schools natin. Ito ay galing sa Department of Health. Tulungan ang nangyayari sa atin, Department of Health at saka Department of Interior and Local Government. And then kung patuloy pa rin ang pag-escalate nitong situation, and we pray that it will simmer down, we will be making physical visits because during the last 2 explosions of Taal, I physically visited Taal and other places where there were also natural disasters. So, yun lang, Mr. President. Hindi ko na bibigay yung mga numero dahil isusubmit ko naman sa inyo. Thank you, Mr. President, and happy birthday again.
Thank you, ma'am. So, ganito yan. It has normalcy must be achieved there sa ano. Pag hindi pa normal situation, then it would be on the side of prudence na huwag natin expose yung mga anak.
Yes.
So, salamat for the information. I'd like to call merong si Vice Chief of Staff, si Lieutenant General Gloria, if you have something to say, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. President. I will just give a brief information on the efforts of the AFP as regards to the humanitarian assistance and disaster response in connection with the recent eruption of Taal volcano. For the actions taken of your armed forces, the General Headquarters placed Southern Luzon Command under HADR Red Alert status effective March 26, 2020. Furthermore, Southern Luzon Command activated the Joint Task Group TAAL in order to synchronize the efforts of AFP units involved in the HADR operations. As regards our resources available, we have a total of 968 personnel who are currently dedicated to assist in HADR operations. Out of the 968 personnel, 41 personnel from 59th Infantry Battalion are deployed in Agoncillo and Laurel, Batangas, while all the rest are on standby alert. We also have 28 land assets, all located within the Calabarzon region, 4 air assets composed of 1 Sikorsky S-76 Alpha and 1 Super UV, both located at Clark Air Base, Pampanga, and 2 S-70I Black Hawk helicopters located in Camp Guillermo Nacar, Lucena, while the 4 rubber boats are also all located within the Calabarzon area. For the way ahead, Mr. President, the AFP will continue to coordinate with OCD 4A and local DRRMOs for HADR operations and also continuously monitor the PBOL's bulletins for possible augmentation of forces in case a situation escalates. That is all I have, Mr. President. Thank you, sir, and once again, good evening po.
Salamat, sir. I'd like to go direct to the Philippine Coast Guard, si Admiral Abu. You have
Yes,
a
sir.
very important role to play there.
Magandang gabi po, Mr. President, at pinapabot ko ng pagbati mula sa mga kawan ng inyong Philippine Coast Guard. 3-sentence report, Mr. President, for you today to further complete the picture on the ground. The Taal volcano is surrounded by water. Aming pong pinapabot sa ating Pangulo na ang inyong Coast Guard ay nandoon. Nung mag-declare po ang pillbox ng Alert Level 3, kaagaran po natin dineklara yung heightened alert ng Coast Guard doon sa area, and inactivate na po natin ang Task Force TAAL. May template na po tayo dito, Mr. President, may experience factor na po tayo. So ang inyong pong Coast Guard ay nakahanda at alam na po namin kung anong mga kagamitan na kinakailangan natin para matugunan ang pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan na apektado. Patuloy po ang aming pakipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan. Gaya nga po ng aking nabanggit, meron na po tayong experience factor sa insidente na yan. So umasa po kayo na nakahanda ang inyong Coast Guard, mahal na Pangulo. Nandiyan po kami kapag tayo po ay kailangan. Maraming salamat.
Salamat, sir. I'd like to call si Ed De Rosario.
Sir President, ang ating po na intervention, in case magkaroon ng alert level 4 sa ating pong inventory at na mga bahay na pwedeng puntahan ng ating mga displaced families. Meron po tayong available na 1,123 temporary shelter or housing units. At ito po yung nandun sa Ibaan, Batangas, Talisay, Batangas, Siaon, Quezon at Sariaya, Quezon. This can accommodate 5,615 individuals. And likewise, Mr. President, nung nagkaroon po ng pagputok ng bulkan last January of 2020, nagpatayo po tayo ng tatlong malalaking evacuation centers sa tatlong municipalities na nakapalibot sa Taal at ito po tatlong municipalities na ito ay agos sa lugar na safe, basically as a south and eastern portion of the Taal Lake. Ang very critical po na location, yung agos sa western portion, north, northeast, west, and southwest. So naglagay po tayo ng tatlong evacuation centers sa municipalities of Mataas na Kahoy, Santa Teresita, at Alicantay. At tamang-tama po, Mr. President, natapos yung two tatlong evacuation centers just this month. And I will go there tomorrow for the inauguration and turnover of the evacuation centers to the LGU. Na if ever po na nagkaroon ng alert level 4, ay magamit agad ito yung evacuation center na pinagawa po natin. Ito po yung ito ang standard dito, yung sinabi nyo noong 2018 na kailangan ang ating evacuation center ay talagang matibay. Meron enough facilities for men and women at even yung conjugal room na kailangan na parte ng ating evacuation center. So yun lang po, mga Pangulo ay na-break na po.
Thank you, Ed. For the information of everybody, si Ed, si General, but before that, he was sa 75th, sa 75th. 73rd. Alam niyo si Ed, nakilala ko rin sa sa bukid pa nung sundalo pa. Task force Davao ka ba, Ed? And he was also the task force Davao. Marami na silang task force Davao na nandiyan na lahat sa gobyerno, ay puro magagaling. Pakinggan ko ito si yung DPWH again. What steps are being taken to just prepare for any eventuality. For example, like an eruption on a large scale.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Happy birthday again, Mr. President. The Department of Public Works and Highways Plan of Action for the Taal volcano. As a response to the recent Taal volcano activity, DPWH personnel and equipment are ready to be deployed to assist in the event of need for evacuation of people in affected areas and to carry out clearing operations of national road. The quick response teams of DPWH Regional Office 4A, Calabar Zone, and all its 16 district engineering offices are ready in case another explosive eruption happens. Part of our action plan is to reestablish DPWH command centers is strategically located around the volcano to make response operations efficient. DPWH ground personnel will ensure that national roads and bridges in the area are passable and shall identify alternative roads for response operations. They shall also provide temporary structures to restore mobility when necessary. Our preparedness measures, sir, is the activation of DPWH DRMM teams of regional and district engineering offices. Is strategically prepositioned quick response assets like equipments and manpower for response operation. Submission of all DPWH available assets that can be used by the logistic cluster during disaster and post-disaster operations. Monitoring the status of the volcano and also our roads and bridges. Clearing of national roads and identification of alternate routes for response operations. Provision of alternate road network to and from the affected areas to facilitate unhampered delivery of goods and services. Top partners like private contractors to assist in clearing operations if DPWH manpower and equipments are insufficient. provision for temporary structures to restore mobility when necessary. Situational reports shall be prepared by the concerned regional district engineering offices and shall be submitted every 6 hours to the DPWH central office. Situational reports shall contain the following information: name, location of the affected road sections, situation with affected major road sections, action taken on damaged sections, preliminary cost estimate to repair, restore the damaged sections, and remarks indicating whether or not the damaged section is open to all types of vehicles, the toll roads available, and estimated time of repair. We have also priority category of damages. 1 involves immediate rehabilitation of collapsed bridges, cut road sections, bridge seawalls and dikes. 2 involves ordinary repairs, such as patching of potholes and the like. 3 involves minor repair works and or improvement to prevent further deterioration, such as repair road section. We have inventory of 554 equipments, 3,345 manpower spread in Region 4A. We have Region 5 and NCR. We have also some available evacuation centers within the proximity of Taal Volcano. Evacuation centers at Santa Rosa, Laguna, in Carmona, Cavite, Tanawan, Batangas, San Pascual, Batangas. There are also in Imos, San Juan, and Santo Tomas, Batangas, Lobo, Batangas, Bawan, Batangas. We have also evacuation building features which we can accommodate evacuees with male toilet and bathroom buildings, female bathroom buildings, laundry, drying, office and infirmary building, generator room, pump room, garbage disposal, with a capacity of 500 individuals. Another feature are covered court converted to evacuation space, mess hall with kitchen, storage area, play area with breast feeding room, conjugal space. We have clinic, prayer room, and generator set. Another capacity of 534 individuals. That's all for the Department of Public Works and Highways.
Ed, I'm talking to Secretary De Rosario. Yung bang yung evacuation center mo, is that entirely different from the evacuation center being erected by the DPWH?
Yes, sir. That's the design that was made by the National Housing Authority, and the design that we are following was the one the President approved way back in the latter part of 2018. Ito sir yung design na may mga kwarto, may health facility, at convertible that can be a social for athletics and social gatherings, or there are trainings that will be conducted in the LGU. But once converted into vacation center, it has different rooms and that can separate also the toilet and bath for males and females. And then these are conjugal room for privacy of that couple. I do not know if the DPWH is following the standard that was approved by the President for the evacuation center.
Just give me 3 minutes. I'd like to yung kay inyong bigay mo lang sa secretariat di place yung evacuation center mo, Ed, pati yung sa iyo sa yung sa DPWH na ano, gusto ko tignan at I may have something assistance rate, added assistance to sa inyo. Pero gusto kong tignan. But basically, gusto kong mangyari is this, that the comfort room for women must be entirely separated from magkaiba yung irrespective of hindi ba, we do not have the luxury of giving everybody what they want, but I want that itong mga banyo ng babae pati lalaki as entirely, and there must be a good structure na ano, at marami na siguro mga 5 sa babae bathroom, pati yung sa lalaki. Yan kasi yung akin noong mayor pa ako. I am sure na nakita ninyo yung halfway house dyan sa Davao Southern Medical Center of Southern Philippines. Nakita ko kasi yung mga, alam mo ganito yan, tandaan ninyo, yung mga sa bukid at yung mamahirap, hindi lang sa bukid, pag nagkasakit ang tatay o nanay, wala may isang bahay, lalo na yung mga taga Surigao, gano'n, dala lahat yung pamilya. So yung pasyente, papasok doon sa ospital. But itong mga ano nila, nandyan lang sa tabi-tabi. Minsan sa ilalim ng kahoy doon sa Davao noon. So, ang ginawa ko, nasabi ko na ito, tinawag ko yung, alam ninyong, kayong dumaan sa Davao, alam ninyo yan, sino yung mga milyonaryo na kaibigan ko, dinala ko sila isang gabi, sabi ko, pakainin ko, I'll pay for your meals. But after that, may puntahan tayo. So, dinala ko sila. Sabi ko, kita mo yung mga tao dyan, mga bata. Nakahiga lang sa simento kasi yung mahirap nga eh. Pag lalo ng tatay, pag nagkasakit, baba yan doon sa Davao Medical Center for Southern Philippines. Nandiyan lahat ng mga bago eh. Lahat ng cancer. It's really a medical center for Southern Mindanao. Galing Bukidnon, magbaba. Dito, Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur. Lahat yan. So, dyan magpuntaan as far as Cotabato for the cancer patients. So, we just inaugurated lahat ng kailangan ng isang tao, mabuhay siya, lahat ng aparatos at equipment nandoon, nandyan. Yan ang ano dyan. So, lahat magpupunta. Kasi, yan lang ang mayroong ibang ospital, pero privado. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, prangka-prangka, hindi ako punta doon sa ano. Alam nila, intimidated lang nga. Hospital pa lang, intimidated na nila. Lalo na yung mga hospital na. Yung hospital na nandoon para negosyo. Yun ang ibig kong sabihin. So, lahat sa so what they did, yung sabi kong nila kong milyonaryo, tinuro ko sila ay emergency room, tapos lahat. Sabi ko, paano to? And this has been for the longest time ganon ang sitwasyon. Hindi lang ako makabigay na ano, kaya gusto kong pumunta doon sa ano. That's the reason why I want to go to the place where you erected that evacuation center. Kasi bago ako ano, whatever, hindi ko you cannot complete the all that you have to do. Gusto mo baka magawa ko yan sa remaining days ko. Yung lahat ng pera, ihati-hatiin ko na lang para sa yung tulugan ng mga tao. Halfway house. Para ako sa Davao, sineparate ko yung the kitchen for the Islam believers, mga Muslim, iba yung for the Christians. At iba yung talaga, limang comfort room para sa laki, 5 sa babae. So, ganun ang ginawa ko. Pero sa tulugan, na sila? It's a very simple structure. Tapos nilagyan ko sila may nagregalo sa akin na malaking TV. Hindi naman ako tumatanggap ng So, binigay ko doon sa kanila. I hope still working there. I mean, the things that I provided them. Kung gusto ko hanapan pa, whatever is there remaining para sa akin, which I can ibuhos ko na lang evacuation center, gusto ko tignan. Lalo na kung maawa sana itong mga local officials, yung mga government hospitals, huwag nilang kalimutan yung halfway house. Kasi yan, parang lahat, entourage. The entourage will go down. Mga bata. Ang mangyari niyan, magkasakit na tuloy, one after the other, because they are in the hospital. And the contamination is very near or entirely possible. So tignan ko para baka ma-distribute ko lahat ng pera na dapat gastusin ko, ubusin ko na para sa yung minsan sinasabi ninyo. Paiwan na lang natin sa kung sino yung presidente. Kung magandang naman sa loob nila, kung maganda yan, di sundin nila. Now, we have through with punta muna tayo dito sa sa agriculture, si Asek de Mesa. I'm sure that sector is talagang pahirapan niya din ngayon. So what's the program of the Department of Labor for them? At least what's the preparation of for the return of ganito kasi yan kung anong klaseng disaster man, the first objective is to go back to normalcy as soon as possible. So I would like to know what's the contingent plans now of the Department of Agriculture, just in case masira yung mga tanim na tao.
Magandang gabi po, Mr. President, at happy birthday po. Sa ngayon po, latest report po sa amin ay wala pa pong reported damage sa sektor ng agrikultura at pangisdaan. Bagamat meron pong 1,561 na apektado na po ng mga magsasaka at mangingisda dahil po sila ay evacuees din po sa bayan ng Agoncillo sa Batangas, sa barangay po ng Banyaga at Binibinwang. Dahil po rito, Mr. President, ay naglaan po agad tayo ang ating pong Regional Field Office sa Calabarzon. Ganun din po ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources ng 7 million pesos na handa po natin ipamigay. Ito po ay kagaya po ng 1,401 bags ng inbred seeds, 500 kilograms po ng ating glutinous corn, ganun din po ng 250 kilograms ng iba-ibang klase ng binhi ng gulay, ganun din po ay 1.5 million tilapia fingerlings. Sa kabuuan po nito, Mr. President, immediate interventions po na available sa Regional Field Office ay nagkakahalaga po ng 7 million. Kung sakali po na magkakaroon po ng destructive volcanic eruption, nakahanda po ang kagawaran ng pagsasaka na mahigit sa 200 million pesos out of the quick response fund po natin ngayong taon, calendar year 2022, para po magbigay po ng additional na mga ayuda sa ating po mga apektadong magsasaka at mangingisda. Ganun din po, Mr. President, ay inilabas na po ng BBM yung ating pong 500 million fuel discount program at yung pong ating Rice Farmers Financial Assistance ngayong taon na nagkakahalaga po ng 8.9 billion at ito po ay malaking tulong kung sakali po na magkakaroon po ng patuloy na problema ang Taal Volcano. Ganun din po, gusto ko rin pong i-report, Mr. President, yung kabuuan po na nangyari po noong 2020 sa unang pagsabog ng Taal. Nung taon po na yon ay mahigit sa 900 million po ang nai-release sa atin at ito po ay para po sa buling pagbangon ng ating mga magsasaka at mangingisda nung panahon po na yun. That would be all po, Mr. President. Muli po, magandang gabi at maraming salamat po.
Salamat po. Now we go now to sa sandali give me time to sa DICT. Can we have Acting Secretary Emmanuel Ray Sintik?
Magandang gabi po, Mr. President, and happy birthday. Iuulat po namin na sa ngayon po wala pa pong nababalita ang disruption sa telekomunikasyon at internet services sa mga lugar na naapektuhan ng Taal explosion. Bagaman naman nakahanda na ang 3 GEX move. Ito yung mga mobile emergency vehicles kung saan pwede namin i-deploy kaagad ang government emergency communications systems sa mga lugar na kung saan kailangan ilagay. Dito magkakaroon sila ng mga signal kung sakaling may disruption at pwedeng gamitin ito ng ating NDRRMC at lahat ng mga ahensyang nangangailangan ng komunikasyon kaagad kung sakaling mawalan ng signal. Pero nag-deploy po tayo ngayon ng mga connect tawag centers sa mga evacuation sites kasi kailangan natin bigyan ng alalay yung mga taong nandoon ngayon sa mga evacuation sites para naman magkaroon sila ng internet signal sa pamamagitan ng mga pocket Wi-Fi's at maglalagay pa kami ng mga buong free Wi-Fi para doon sa evacuation sites. Nakahanda kami ngayon. Ang tinitingnan namin is magpalagay kami sa Balangon Elementary School at pangalawa sa Agoncillo Municipal Hall. Yun yung nahanda na namin ngayon kasi may mga tao na doon. Pero handa pa kaming magdagdag kung kailangan doon sa mga lugar na i-identify ng NDRRMC na paglalagyan ng mga free Wi-Fi para naman doon sa mga taong nandun sa evacuation sites. Ayun lang po, Mr. President, at again, happy birthday.
Thank you. Gusto kong marinig si Chief PNP, si General Carlos. Are you there, sir?
Magandang umaga po, Mr. President. On the side of the Philippine National Police na naging parte po ng ulat na aming palingin, Secretary Ed Anyo, yung aming pong efforts dito po sa Taal Volcano. Patuloy po yung aming pong deployment ng aming pong mga police para sa mga evacuation center at yung pong control points at sa atin pong sa mga pagpigil kung maaaring sa looting yung ating pong pagpapatrolya. Yung aming pong CMAT, yung aming pong Critical Incident Management Action Team ay activated on the day that the alert level 3 was designated by Pillbox. So tuloy-tuloy po yung aming pong Police Regional Office Calabar Zone na nagbabantay at yung aming pong mga reserve forces sa Campo Crame ay nakahanda rin po para makaresponde kung sakali pong magbago po yung sitwasyon. At doon tama po, Mr. President, yung inyo pong naging statement earlier
tuloy po yung aming pong pag-iimbestiga dito sa mga nawawalang sabonero. Yung ating pong pulis, sa una pa lang pong pagkakandak ng Senate hearing ay pinag-utos ko po kaagad ang paglalagay ng mga pulis na to sa holding area o holding unit. At ngayon po, after the third hearing, sila po ngayon ay nilagay po namin sa aming pong holding unit dito po sa Campo Crame para humarap sa kaso nung sila po ay ma-identify po ng pamilya ng biktima. So tuloy-tuloy po yung efforts natin dito sa missing saboneros at hindi po namin titigilan hanggang hindi po natin natutukoy yung mga personalities behind this pagkawala ng mga sabonero po. Yun lang po, Mr. President, and happy birthday po mula po sa Pambansang Pulisya.
Salamat, General Carlos. Ganito yan, yung sinabi ko noon. My experience as a local official, meron talaga in an organization, may talagang may scalawags. And dito sa atin, ang magsakit ng ulo natin because they are empowered to enforce the law. Yan that would make them really very easy to commit crimes kung nagkaluko-loko yung panahon. Kaya I'm not surprised. I'm sure you are not also kasi na minsan may mga krimen na hindi pwedeng mangyari kung walang participation ng police. So I'm not saying that yung police na were named in the congressional investigations, that would be too early. But in the past, if we go into the hindsight of things, talaga sabi ko na noon na problematic talaga itong police. Sa karaming tao na i-supervise mo, kumare lang talagang araw-arawin mo, meron talagang mga gago na ano yan siya, masabi ko yan as a prosecutor na si congressman noon, at nakita naman nila how you can ask the dumaan dyan na question ninyo how I defended them when I was a congressman. Pero alam ko talaga na because they are vested with the authority to enforce the law, hindi ka tataka kung bakit ganun sila. Matalagang unlike the army, hindi ko naman sabihin na it has something to do with the person, no. Because ang army kasi, disiplinado kasi they are geared to fight every day. Kumari lang, tapos hindi man sila sa makalabas ng kampo. Itong mga tao natin mo, they go around enforcing the law. As a matter of fact, they get involved into something, a crime. Mas madali kasi sa kanila maggalaw, mag-aresto ng tao, punta doon, arestuhin kita on whatever pretext or reason. May magsabi ng tao, pag pulis, sumasama talaga yan. Gaya kung mag-raid. I do not know if the police there were really involved. Masyadong maaga pa yan. Pero things are becoming, there's an evolving story now. It includes the police, yung sinabi mo na sa holding status na. Masakit talaga. Ako doon, ang masakit na ulo sa akin, ang mayor ako, yung police. Araw-araw yan, hindi magbugbog ng asawa, tapos gano'n, magpaputok ng baril. Tapos, kaya ako, sir, pinagbawalan ko talaga yung police mag-inom. Hindi lang dyan sa labas. I do not, talagang sinasabi ko kanila, huwag kayong mag-inom at huwag kayong maamoy kung lasing kayo kasi magkakadiferensya talaga tayo. Ang sinabi ko sa kanila, hindi ako nag-ano, but since you are under my supervision. That's according to the law. Sabi ko, kung ganon kayo, mag-inuman, either lalo na kung naka-uniforme, bawal talaga. At saka sabi ko, huwag kayong mag-inom. Kasi pag nag-inom kayo, iba na yung bakbakukaw sa ulo eh. At yung iba naman, yung talagang mga crime-oriented. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa na pulis yung mga gago na talaga yan. But by and large, sabihin ko sa tao ngayon, we have a good police in our country. But if you guys, baski na sa anong probinsya may makita ka talaga na smart alert, yung talagang saka yung mga parking dyan, pinapasukan negosyo naman. Well, of course, kung stricto yung mayor, at alam nila, ang mayor na alam, matawagan anytime, matawagan ka man, or anybody who would matter na masumbong nila yung mga kalukuhan ng pulis. Pero I said, kung tanungin mo ako, problematic, pero kukunti lang yung kara 250 something yan. So may mga gago talaga dyan na hindi mo minsan bago sa okay pa yan sa later on I said, and better watch out itong wala na ako sa by that time. I said it's just evolving. Kailangan malaman ikaw malaman mo kung totoo at hindi. You yourself, limitado lang kasi tayo sa batas na we cannot go around just accusing people even if it's your police organization. We are not allowed to do that. Just the convenient answer would always be investigahan na lang yan at kung may kaso, and which is really the nearest thing that you can do. You got this case, i-unravel ninyo and then file the appropriate charges. Walang meron ng dyan, malaman mo na kung alam ko malaman mo rin. Sooner or later alam mo kung malaman mo kung ano talaga ang nangyari. So, just keep on with your investigation. I congratulate you for the handling of an organization that's so huge that I said you cannot discipline everybody. You cannot answer for all the things that they do because simply the organization is just too big for you to handle. Kung lahat ng kaso pakialaman mo, mabubuwang ka. At alam namin yan. Alam namin yan. I sympathize with you. But for anything that I can do before I go out, you just let me know. Thank you for time. So, it's 1 o'clock. Anyway, itong programa natin, hindi naman ito ilabas kaagad lahat eh. So, isang araw o bukas, ito. Tapos yung the next day, hindi kasi parang ginagawa kong for YouTube, do the accounting. Sabihin mo sa amin kung ano ang ginagawa mo para malaman ng tao ang status ng ating bayan. I have called practically to everybody to say something, and sunod natin dito si after that we'll call the DNR and si Vince Dison Unahin ko lang itong si energy. Sigurado ito si Yusek Quintebella ng DOE. Sigurado may problema sa inyo pagka nagputok yung bulkan. So,
Good morning, Mr. President.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Wala pa pong nare-report na issue patungkol sa power interruption. Tulad po ng nasabi kanina ng OCD. Sa ngayon po, nung nagpatawag ng emergency meeting ang Office of Civil Defense and the RRMC, nandun po ako mismo noong Sabado. At naglutos lang po tayo na nagbigay tayo ng guidance sa ating mga gasolinahan na ipunuin yung mga gasolinahan doon para masiguro po na kung kinakailangan mag-mobilize, puno po yung mga retail outlets natin. So far, sir, kahit nag-evacuate na sa 5 barangay, wala pong problema sa power. And yun po ang report ng Department of Energy, sir.
Sir, thank you. Then we go now to sample na sa DNR.
I just wanted to complete the report of PBOX and Dreams about our air quality in Tagaytay and some areas, no, in we have established 3 stations in Tagaytay, in Sugbo, 1 in Agoncillo and 1 in Laurel. And we found out that the air quality in the area is still good. Hindi po masa-masa katawan yung air quality there. Now our forward actions are, we will donate practically all our confiscated forest product to the SWD if needed. All our equipments are ready for use by the NREMS. We also instructed our field offices to be 24 hours monitoring of the activities. And we also instructed our field offices to provide a 24 hours provision of assistance and to be very active in the action of the NREMS or NDRMC. Yun lang po, mahal na Pangulo. And belated happy birthday.
Sir, salamat. I'd like to thank everybody, lalo na kayo dyan sa maybe only the regular cabinet members next time. Saka hindi naman lahat, ma'am, lalo kay Secretary Briones. Hindi ka rin natutulog ng maaga, no? Siguro, sa katrabaho, sa karami na trabaho mo. At least sa inyo, alam ko, minimum yan is alas 12. Sa trabaho kong ito, lahat trabaho ninyo dumadating sa akin. Tapos gusto na. Kaya, maawa naman kayo na sabihin ninyo si Duterte, ganun. Katrabaho na nga ako eh. Lalo na yung galing ka sa baba. Kaya sabi ko itong mga mga oligarch can never, kayong iba dyan, hindi ko tinanggap yung election contribution ninyo, campaign funds. I never regretted it, or I do not regret it. Pagdating ng panahon, yari kayo lahat. Sinabi ko, tapos na ako dyan, gawa ko na. Yung corruption na wala nang gawa ng Duterte, tapos na. Sabi ko, yung corruption doon sa itaas. Kaya kayong mga electorate, the Filipino people would vote for the officials of this land. May mga tao dyan na isang senador, I'd name him Ray Gordon. Siya yung may kaso, siya yung parang parrot na maingay na may sa hindi pa nga niya kumpleto yung tinuturo na sila. Because nagalit, tinawag ko yung attention niya na yung wag mong barahin si Secretary Doke. Salamat, and it has been a very exhilarating atmosphere to joining you in government, with you in government. Salamat sa
Yes.
Kita-kita pa rin tayo.
Yes, sir.
Yung cabinet, like maybe the last meeting, just to say hello and goodbye. Salamat po.
Diba,